Now, a big breaking development in the great state of Pennsylvania tonight as heart surgeon, Emmy Award-winning television host, Dr. Mehmet Oz, is now jumping into the Republican Senate primary. Let's take a look.
My parents came to America to find a better life, and they did. I attended great universities, raised a family, and became a successful surgeon. I invented a heart valve that saves thousands of lives. Then I started a TV show to advocate for you taking control of your health, and took on the medical establishment to argue against costly drugs and skyrocketing medical bills. But COVID has shown us that our system is broken. We lost too many lives, too many jobs, and too many opportunities because Washington got it wrong. They took away our freedom without making us safer and tried to kill our spirit and our dignity. Now, as a heart surgeon, I know how precious life is. Pennsylvania needs a conservative who will put America first. One who can reignite our divine spark, bravely fight for freedom, and tell it like it is. That's why I'm running for Senate. I'm Dr. Oz, and I approve this message.
Now, Dr. Oz is vowing to run on a campaign of putting you, the American people, first, to be a servant of the people of Pennsylvania, take on the Washington establishment to protect fundamental freedoms, keeping Americans safe and secure, and he says, again, to serve the people of Pennsylvania. Here to talk about his candidacy is Dr. Oz himself. There's a lot of similarities. Before Donald Trump ran for office, I'd been friends with him for many years. We had so many conversations, too numerous to count, late into the night. And I got to really know you during COVID, and you were calling, Europe at 3 in the morning and updating me on anecdotal information. We had nothing to work with at the time. And a while back, you told me that you were thinking of running. First of all, I said, you're nuts. It's a horrible world. And I want you to explain in your own words what you told me and why you're running.
Well, you did warn me, but today was an exhilarating day. And let me give you a little background. My parents immigrated here legally, and our country provided unparalleled opportunities that have benefited me. And I feel firmly it is time to repay my debt. America's in crisis. That's not news. Our values are under attack. So I want to serve America in its time of need. And I think I can do that by running for the U.S. Senate seat in the state of Pennsylvania. Now, Americans, and here's how I see it, Americans deserve better solutions. Doctors are about solutions. But instead, people with good ideas are shamed, they're silenced, they're bullied, they're canceled. You talk about it, Sean, all the time. And in medicine, if we cannot say what we see, people die, literally. That's why we always tell the patients the truth, because they'll respect us, and we can deal with realities if we're honest with each other. So let me talk about COVID for a second, because as a physician, I really spent a lot of time trying to understand what went wrong. And the mistakes are emblematic of other issues that we're struggling with in our great country. Remember the phrase 2 weeks to flatten the curve, right? That metastasized into this incredible authoritarianism, overreaching, that did not necessarily make us safer. People with yards, big yards, told people with no yards to stay indoors. That's where the virus was. Remember, they closed the parks, they shamed people about beaches, right? And now they're threatening the same overreach for the Omicron as you were just talking about. I think those choices should be yours, the American people's. And I have fought to empower my audience, my patients, and now the voters of Pennsylvania. And I've taken on big pharma. I've gone to battle with big tech. I've gone against agrochem companies, the big ones, right? And I've got scars to prove it. And I cannot be bought, Sean, cannot be bought. And I'll keep fighting those battles to empower the folks of Pennsylvania and around the country. So here's what I'm hearing from my patients, from my viewers, from people all over the country. There's 3 basic goals. The first is we need safety, right? And safety in our body means high-quality health care. That's got to come. But on the streets, it means well-trained police. You know, there was a college student murdered this week. It broke the all-time record of 501 murders in Philadelphia, where I am right now. Shameful. And we got safety problems on the borders, too, which is basically, the narrative is false. It's about cartels trafficking human beings. And it's successfully being done, so they keep doing it. And they're bringing opiates along the border with them. That's 100,000 people who've died this year from opiates. And we're not making it hard because we're letting everything come across the border. The second thing everyone's telling me is that they want their kids to thrive. They want their kids to do better than they did. I certainly want that for my children. The only way to get there, the path to success as kids, is getting them educated. So you need choice, so you can actually make sure that you can take kids to where they need to be. You need local rule. Why wouldn't you be involved in figuring out the curriculum of your kids' education? And you got to have your values defended. Your parents and the teachers' values and the kids' values need to align, or else the parents win, because nobody loves the kids more than the parents. The third thing everyone's asking me about are jobs. And I'll tell you, it's interesting. Jobs are about dignity, they're about purpose, and they're also about savings, which are being eroded now by inflation. But this is why I'm excited, Sean. The prognosis is good. I think, and a good example of this innovation is when President Trump had Operation Warp Speed that gave the world the mRNA vaccine, right? And I don't like mandates, but that was a big advance, and America did that. We have that can-do spirit. And America has other great solutions, but we're suffocating them. I'm running to ensure that they see the light of day. I know we can do it. And here's my pledge, my promise to everybody. I want to be your public servant. And every choice I make will be serving the citizens of Pennsylvania and the United States, and none of them will serve the special interests in Washington, many of whom I've been to war with for most of my career. Let's reinvigorate America, and let's see that divine spark in each other, because it's there.
Let me ask you this. The attacks have come in already, and allegations you don't even live in Pennsylvania. I'm sure you probably saw that earlier today.
I saw it. I grew up just across the border south of Philadelphia. I went to medical school at Penn in Philadelphia. I went to business school at Wharton in Philadelphia. I met and married my wife, which was the best thing I ever did 36 years ago in Philadelphia. And I bore 2 children, or she bore them for me, in Philadelphia. I became home a year ago. It feels good to be back. I love this state, and I will represent it honorably.
Let me ask you, because I don't know how much money you make, but syndicated programming that is successful usually tend to do very well. So you're going to take a big hit financially. So I want to get a little deeper, because I did say to you this is a blood sport, and I warned other people. I said, "Are you prepared for this?" I talked to Herschel Walker, for example, and Herschel's like, "I'm ready. I'm willing to take whatever it takes," and all of this will come your way in the days to come. What is it specifically? I'm a registered conservative. I'm not a Republican, but I mostly end up voting Republican because we have a 2-party system. I could tell you in a minute what my political philosophy is, but rather than me tell you mine, what is yours?
Well, I'll tell you one thing for sure. Any government that's large enough to give you everything is powerful enough to take it all away. So I don't want that. I want liberty and freedom, and that to me means limited government. We can do it better than folks very far away from us who don't know our local problems. The more we can be local, the more we can trust the people in our communities, the better off we are. I believe in energy independence. That's a big deal here in Pennsylvania, but we don't, as a nation, want to be begging other countries like we're starting to do to change what they're doing with energy because, we're in hock. I believe in capitalism, which means lower taxes and regulations so people can really compete. And I respect the Constitution, a brilliantly written document that I think should be honored on the bench and sometimes isn't. We have free market solutions that work. And in healthcare, I'll tell you, since it's my specialty area and I spent my life studying this, we can protect against pre-existing conditions and use free market solutions to healthcare that makes it affordable, accessible for everybody. And I got a little secret for you. The worst medicine is bad medicine. The best way to save money is to give people high quality care. They do better and you don't waste money.
You mentioned immigration earlier and your parents' status. Where do you stand on immigration?
Immigration is a big problem for a couple of reasons. For one, we're subsidizing cartels that are involved in human trafficking. I mentioned you're bringing opiates across the border, but lots of other issues as well. I think President Trump was right. People should wait on the Mexican side of the border if they're coming across illegally. Let's deal with all the issues there and not put law enforcement in an impossible predicament where they're forced now that people are in this country to chase them down when we know they're not coming back for their follow-up visits.
I say I'm a conservative. I used to say I'm a Reagan conservative. I would say I'm an America first, make America great again conservative. How would you describe in just a sentence your political ideology, philosophy? You're all running as in a Republican primary. How would you sum it up?
I match yours. I think this country has all the building blocks to be spectacular. The infighting is hurting our ability to do what's possible. I know as a physician that when you come together, you save lives. I think we can do that exact same thing in this nation. There's nothing that should hold us back. If we focus on those 3 goals I mentioned earlier, focus on safe lives so you feel comfortable, make sure your kids are at least as able to survive in the future world as you would have been, and then make sure we've got jobs so people have dignity.
You know, Dr. Oz, we need better people to run for office. It's become so vicious, hostile. Look at the way they treated Donald Trump for 5 years. I wish you luck in this race. I've known you for a long time. We've had a lot of private conversations. I know you're sincere in everything that you're saying. I think people, the one thing I really like that you said is you want to be a public servant of the people. And a lot of people go to Washington, really end up serving themselves. I don't suspect that's your motivation, and we look forward to having you back. Thanks for being with us.